Some of you guys don't even know that your mental health is being negatively impacted by your lack of boundaries. I've worked in mental health as an occupational therapist, and I remember spending a lot of my time teaching people how to have boundaries. I don't know if there's a relationship between poor mental health and lack of boundaries, but a lot of my time was spent actually showing people that they didn't have boundaries, number one, and how to instill them. Because identifying that you don't have boundaries is one thing, but then actually instilling them with confidence is a different thing. And a lot of people struggle to actually instill them because they care too much about what other people think, or they have other reasons that poor coping skills, whatever the reason may be. But a lot of my time spent when I was working in mental health was looking at these people who had the poor boundaries. If you think about it, like in war, the enemy goes to attack here, and then the other side has a defense mechanism. That is a boundary. That disarms the enemy, because then it's actually showing the enemy, like, you just can't pass here. You just can't come like that. You have to come correct. You can't just be coming and trying to attack me. That's the same thing that a boundary does. It's a defense mechanism. So I'm teaching you defense mechanism things. Now, why are boundaries so important? Although the list is long, I'll give you a couple of reasons. And the first reason that I'm going to give you is that at the end of the day, make sure that your needs are met. The reason why your mental well-being can be poor is because your needs are not getting met. And a boundary is a simple and effective way to make sure that your needs are getting met from other people. Another reason is that it actually dignifies you. So when you realize that, oh, I'm not that bad, I'm all right, you get more respect because you're putting that boundary in place. And because you get more respect because people realize that you respect you. English. Let's try again. You get more respect from people because they realize that you respect yourself enough to put this boundary in place, to put this defense mechanism in place. And in turn, people will respect you. So not only does it dignify you, you also gain respect, and then also your needs are being met. And I've noticed that people who have poor mental well-being lack boundaries. I don't know if there's some study to show that this is the case, but in all honesty, I've seen it one too many times. And lastly, it can help foster healthy relationships. If you can put a boundary in place and people respect that, and you also then in turn respect their own boundaries as well, then you can actually foster healthy relationships between yourself, co-workers, partners, family, everyone and their dog. How to set boundaries. This is key. Get your pen and paper down. How do I set boundaries? So the first thing that you have to consider is, what actually are my boundaries? So before you can set any boundaries, you need to know what your boundaries are. And some of them you discover over time, like something might happen, an incident might happen, and then you realize that, oh, I didn't actually like how that made me feel. So in your head, that should be raising alarm bells to say, maybe this is a boundary that I've not made people aware of. And then you can reflect on that. So one of the ways that you can actually set boundaries is to reflect on what your boundaries actually are. Once you know what these boundaries are, you need to communicate them to other people. So someone does that thing again, that thing that disrespects you, you need to let them know, Wagwan. You need to let them know that this cannot run. This can't fly. This doesn't run with me. And you tell them this doesn't fly with me, and you also give them a consequence. I don't like what you did, and if you do that again, this is what I'm going to do. Stand on business.
I'm standing on business. He's standing on business.
Stand on business. Don't be afraid to be telling people that that was not good what they did. They disrespected you in some way. Don't be afraid to let people know that, because you're actually showing people that you have respect and you want to make sure that you're treated fairly. So don't be getting upset at the fact that you have to tell other people. One of the issues people have here is that someone's disrespected them. Let's say their friends disrespected them, yeah, and they know it's disrespect. Their friend might not know. I don't know. Your friend might not think like that. But you know that it's disrespect. Because you don't want to lose that friendship, you never tell that person. And that person continues to disrespect you, disrespect you, disrespect you, disrespect you. They keep hurting your feelings and you don't want to lose the friendship. So you'd rather be quiet. Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Please be content and please be okay with letting people know when they've overstepped the mark, overstepped the boundary. A lot of people who are friends and they're close with their friends, they're scared to even tell their close friend that they've overstepped the boundary. You have overstepped the mark. You have to be crystal clear in communicating your boundary. Otherwise, your mental well being just keeps going down. And at the same time, other people don't know that they're disrespecting you and they continue to disrespect you. They continue to hurt your feelings. You continue to feel low about it. Can you see this is a cycle? And can you see this continues to go on and on and on until Jesus comes back? You've got to want better for yourself. You've got to want better for yourself. So that's the second one. After you've reflected, communicate that clearly. Clearly, don't mix your words. Don't mix your words. Clearly communicate that need. If you've clearly communicated that need and that person goes to disrespect you again with the knowledge that they now know because you've enlightened them, remember, you've let them know that this cannot run, and now they have gone to disrespect you on purpose because you have told them that this can't fly, this doesn't run, and they've gone and done it on purpose with that knowledge. You got to go. You've got to act on that consequence. You've got, where's my bag? That bag that I used last time. You got to do this all over again. You got to pack your stuff, and get gone. You have to get gone. You guys keep, this is probably my accessory now for every single time that I talk about let's get yourself gone. You have to act on that consequence. You must act on that consequence. You can't keep allowing these people to disrespect you at the expense of your well being. What's happening here? You have one life. You have one life to live, and this is how you want to live it. You don't want greener pastures. It's sounding like you're not trying to have greener pastures. Clearly communicate and act on that consequence. When you act on it, even once they'll know, oh, they ain't playing about. They ain't playing about with this boundary. I finna respect them. I finna get some of their respect. So please act on that consequence. That's step 2. I'm still on step 2. Can you believe it? Now, step 3. You've thought about it. You've communicated it. Now it's your turn to say no. And saying no is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm trying to teach you people that saying no is not a bad thing. Saying no to absolutely everything, okay, that's a different issue. But saying no at the expense, no, saying yes to everything at the expense of your well-being. Be very, very, very careful. Be very, very, very careful. Because when you say no to this, you're actually saying yes to yourself. You're too busy helping the world and you keep saying yes at the expense of your health, your well-being, your work-life balance. There's no balance. We're not balancing. We're not balancing here. You can say no. I've said this so many times. You can say no. It is a thing. It's okay. I know it's a lot to take in. You can say no. Think about it. Let's think of a scenario. Um, you're working hard. Maybe you've got a corporate job. You're working hard and you want that promotion. You want that promotion. So you're doing your own projects, and then they've just asked you to do six extra projects on top of your projects that you are already doing, yeah. What are you gonna say? You're gonna say yes, you're gonna say no. If you say yes, you are saying yes at the expense of spending time with your wife and kids, spending time playing football, whatever activity that you do after work if you've got one, spending time at the gym, spending time at the spa. You finna miss out on the spa. You're really trying to miss out on the spa. You're not serious. All these things, spending time with your whatever, walking your dog, for six extra projects on top of the projects that you already have. And on top of that, they're not even paying you. They're not even paying you for that. That's free labor. On top of the labor that you're already doing, now they've given you six extra projects for you to do because you're trying to prove yourself to man. And on top of that, your mental health is crumbling. It is crumbling. Lack of boundaries. You have to be healthy and confident enough to say six extra projects. That's too much for me to be doing on top of the projects that I'm already doing. And you want me to do six extra. Now your wife keeps calling you, your children don't even see you, your teammates are not even seeing you, your dog is missing you, you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you never leave that office. What's happening? Is this life? Is this life? That's not my life. I say sorry to that man. That's not my life. The fourth thing you need to do is respect other people's boundaries. This isn't a one-way system. This is not a one-way system where everyone has to listen and respect all of your boundaries and you don't even care for other people's boundaries. Like I said earlier on, having boundaries can help foster healthy relationships. Healthy relationships, it's reciprocal. It's a two-way stream. It's a two-way stream. The same way that I have boundaries and I want you to respect them, in the same way that person also has boundaries and they expect you to also respect them. This is how we can foster the healthy relationships. And if your relationship is healthy, it also lifts your mood up as well. And that improves your mental well being as well. So, for you people that lack boundaries, please look at your mental well being before you point fingers to say, oh, my mental health is poor because of this and this and this. Look at what you have allowed yourself. You look at what you have allowed into your system. Remember, like I said, the enemy's coming to attack and you don't have a defense system. You're just allowing anything and everything to influence you. Anything and everything. The Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence. With all diligence. You've not even got one thing that you're doing. All diligence. You have to try every single thing. You have to try different methods. You all, not some, not a few, not one or two, all diligence. You have to guard your heart. You have to. It's like an armor for your heart. That's what it's like, a boundary. It's like an armor for your heart. You have to protect yourself because otherwise you'll be depressed, you'll be burnt out, you'll be stressed because you've not put all the defense mechanisms in place to protect yourself. This is one of the many ways you can protect yourself, is having healthy boundaries. If you look at something like a jewel, let's look at a jewel, and let's say, I don't know where you can go buy jewelry these days. You can get them from me very soon. Very soon, it's coming up. Um, apart from that, where you can get, I don't know, you want to buy, not even just jewelry, you want to buy gold, yeah? You want to buy gold. Let's say there's a shop that sells gold, yeah? Real gold, not that fake stuff. Let's say there's a shop that sells real gold, yeah? When you walk in, this shop has security. The gold is locked in vaults. Like you need a pin code, you need a fingerprint to get through one door. There's like a 10-tier security system just to get to gold. And gold is like, you probably get like this much and it's like £6,000 if it's 100%, if it's like real deal. But imagine all the security systems that you needed for that. You needed the vault, you needed the pin, you needed the security guard. It's protected. Look at all the defense mechanisms because that gold is of good value, high value, high value. That's the number of levels of the defense mechanism that it needs for something that's of high value. Versus you walk into pound shop, do they even have security? Now, I don't know. I've not stepped in there in a long time. I'm not saying they don't. It's a genuine question. I don't know if they have security. But if you compare the value of these things, you've got the gold, and then you've got something from Poundland or Pound World or Pound Shop, whatever. They've got so many different variations. Look at the value. The thing that's valued the most has got the defense mechanism, the system, the place. Boom, 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 boom. And then you can just get a pack of Haribos from Pound Shop. I don't think there'll be a vault for that. I don't think there'll be a vault for that. This is your defense mechanism. It's an armor. It's to protect you. It's to protect you, and it's protect your mental well-being, protect you from stress, depression, being burnt out. Your heart is painful. Every single day you're crying yourself to sleep because your on and off boyfriend or girlfriend keeps shouting you again. They're not being clear with their intentions, and it's been 10 years and you've not even moved one step forward. And you keep allowing that. No wonder you're suffering. No wonder you are suffering. There is no clarity. You don't feel safe. You don't feel security. You don't feel safety. You can't ever feel safe. When you feel safe, yeah, your heart is rest assured. Your heart is rest assured because you feel safe. Because you're always on high alert. You don't know what's happening next. You're always on high alert. This is you every single day. You don't know what's going on. Because they're not being clear with you. Put your boundary in place. Stop picking up that phone call. Dash that phone. Get a new phone. Change your number. Stop picking up that phone call. You're giving yourself high stress, high anxiety. And that's causing your mental well-being to slip. These simple things, like I said, before you're looking at other people, look at what you are allowing. You are allowing this. Stop it. Just stop it right now. Stop right now. Stop right now. Do these 4 things. Reflect. What are my boundaries? Communicate them clearly to the people that need to hear it, and have a consequence. Have a consequence in place. When they do that thing again and they disrespect you, act on that consequence. If you have to pack and leave, pack and leave. You've done told them. You've done told them. Don't think a friendship is too important that you have to hold on to it at your demise, at your expense of your mental health. That's not friendship. You're sleeping with the enemy. That is not friendship. Your friends, if they're true friends, will respect this boundary. They'll respect what you have to say because they love you. They want to make sure that you're safe and sound. Put that defense mechanism in place. You'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. Once you guard your heart with all diligence, you'll see the difference it has on your life. You'll see how your mental well-being just improves because you feel safer. It's a safe environment, y'all. You'll feel much safer. So do those 4 things: reflect, communicate, say no, and learn how to respect other people's boundaries. This one's just a quick one, just to show you guys that I can do it in less than 30 minutes. Woo! Woo! I had to prove this to myself, to be honest. So, lack of boundaries can affect your mental well being. It can make it go like this. And I want it to be like this. You are a superstar. Okay? You are a superstar. We're going like this. 2025, emerge. We're emerging this year. Do you get? Those that know that know. Okay, lovely people. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you get my confidence workbook. 21 days to increase your confidence. It is free. I'm not charging you a single penny for it. I just need from you to commit for the next 21 days. And I promise you, you'll see a difference in your confidence. So if you're interested, it's in the bio thing. Also, if you're interested in coaching, you want me to coach you, maybe teach you how to have chest or something like that, or confidence, or help you find your purpose. Again, link is below. Everything is below. Love and peace. I've never said that before. Okay. Ciao.